It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Buccaneers and the Cards, and it comes your way next.
The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming out and making the big-time play?
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team into the playoffs as a wild card. Now here he is on the road looking to get his guys to the 2nd round. It's certainly a tough task no matter how you slice it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%. And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say, because all they're focused on is winning this game. But let's face it, partner, no matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, are going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals making their way out, and it's the #1 overall pick in 2019, Kyler Murray at the helm.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ that feels like gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Murray now on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown! Cardinals will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and you got the crowd involved. Fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. This will be fielded inside the 5. Well, now how about this return? And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
You think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play. In this case, though, they didn't get the message, and a big play resulted.
Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Touchdown! Jamar Chase from 19 yards away. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back to and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands there. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon. This defense is playing with some confidence. They haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. He'll drop to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Chase Young
able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
The Cardinals offense ready to set up shop. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Murray off play action.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Murray again, 2nd and 10.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuegbunam.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Murray keeps it himself, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Cardinals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw.
Really good coverage all over the field and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Devin White in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So it's
a look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Here's Murray.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Fielded at the 33.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Touchdown, Cardinals!
Jamar Chase.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, look what we have here. A sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bucs are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
A first down carry for Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
First down, Murray. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on first down, Murray.
That's complete. It's Okurebunom. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Nice see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 23-yard run. And the Cardinals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now back to throw. This is caught by Evans. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught by Evans.
Down inside the 10.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. It's caught inside the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One receiver to the left is Evans. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. From 4 yards out. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw it. Murray being chased down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, get to the wild card game. Check.